All right, ladies and gentlemen, right off the bat, we are spectating a solo squad situation. Unfortunately for our dude Pretty Dust, his entire team got wiped. They all went to the gulag and they all lost. Pretty Dust also came back from the gulag, so they are now gulag-less, and now they have to make the massive regain. So we already see the supply run and the vehicle. That's probably going to be a fan favorite, and you know, it's probably the better stealthy idea. Now, I will also recommend most wanted bounties, especially for quads. That way you get all of your teammates back relatively fast. The amount of time it's going to take you guys to do 3 supply runs will be right around the amount of time it would take you to complete a most wanted bounty. Again, the downside to most wanted is the fact that you do have a ping on your head, but because of the circle timer, it being 3.5 minutes, that's a good amount of time. You can kind of just drive around and lumber and maybe make your way to port safely, instead of diving downtown, grabbing the supply run, and rinsing and repeating. So the whole purpose of me saying that is to let you guys know, if you do get wiped right off the bat, you don't have to back out. There are ways to regain, and there are different options. Now, most of you guys watching know this, but I see way too many times we're spectating teams where they just don't know what to do. They end up trying to loot, get as much money as possible, and they end up getting shit on. Right now, we have a Big Bertha hawking us down. I know there's at least a driver and a sniper in the back. It might be a whole team. So we're gonna try our best to go to the supply run and get our teammate back without getting absolutely destroyed. Now we need to be quick with it because he is coming for this ass. And Big Bertha crossing right now. Again, dude, I'd hop right back in that vehicle and drive away. They have an aggressive team. I'd imagine they have their loadout just based on how they're playing the game. And also, don't forget, there's a most wanted bounty next to us. Now they have no idea the guys hopped out the Bertha, and they're about to collapse on us. Oh, weird. Right off the bat, Green almost losing his entire set of plates. Now getting absolutely beamed. No pings going out, no comms, no nothing. And look at Pretty Dust turning around and running away. And again, my original recommendation was get the vehicle, drive off, play it safe. They decided to stay. If you're going to decide to stay, I would assume that means you want to fight. So if that's the case, fight. So now we have 2 teammates there, probably without weapons, sitting on the rooftop, trying their best to ping. And again, we're just kind of out here doing our own shit. Also, going back to Kate, when Kate got down, aka Green Player, when Kate got downed, they should have pinged the enemy. Yeah, you have to. A lot of controller players say ping's hard because of the button layouts, and I get that. But if you're down and not shooting and you're not moving, why aren't you pinging the enemies? Because if they would have pinged 1, 2, 3 enemies, maybe, just maybe, Pretty Dust would have had a little bit more confidence going in there and getting the fight done. Because if it would have just been 2 players, that's a relatively winnable situation when you have 4 motherfuckers around you on your squad. All right, so here we are now going to the next buy station. We do have enough money for a loadout. Green's trying to make their way to us as well. Let's go ahead and start dropping our money. Remember, time is of the essence, guys. You want to start amping up what you're doing and get it done as fast as possible, because the longer we sit here, the more vulnerable we are. Just like with the Big Bertha, we knew the enemies hopped out because we saw it on the mini map. Guess what? Other people have maps and mini maps as well. They see a vehicle that's not supposed to be there. They see a vehicle go from red to white. They know you're there. If they're aggressive, they're gonna push you. A lot of people don't want to listen to trying to speed up their momentum. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't. If you're happy dropping 5 kill wins, get it done, baby. But make sure you're still speeding up your tempo and not overstaying your welcome. All right, we do have our loadout. Now we're gonna be getting our secondary classes. Not really sure why we popped Dead Silence. I'm hoping that he fat fingered it. I've been there before, so I can't hate him for that, but it was a waste. Now again, here's where the momentum comes to play. They're sitting there, they're staring at the loadout. Look at this team. They're crouching, staring at it. Look at them, there's got 2 crouch walking right now. Let's go, let's speed it up. Come on, man. I really have this feeling like a lot of players that play this game don't have any idea on what to do next. They have no clue. They're waiting for a player to reveal themselves, and that's fine. And if you're waiting, guess what? Oh, right there. Wait, right there. You got players everywhere. So the excuse a lot of players have is they can't find players. I don't see how that's possible. Again, we got 2 most wanteds right there. We've got bounties. We've got a lot of shit we can do. We can do recons and bait people to us. But this right here is not the play. And again, at this point in the game, guys, there's really no reason to be running through these buildings over and over and over again. You see it way too many times. I feel like this is a broken record at this point. But again, we keep making these videos to hopefully reach these people that play like this. Because again, there's so many things we can do. Not only that, we have a vehicle lighting up on the mini map to our right-hand side. right around, oh, weird, this area. So again, we could start shooting them, but instead we turn around, run away, and hide behind a bush. Now we're going out in the middle of the open, no cover. This is gonna be a real easy splat for him. Nope, he's gonna go ahead and drive away too. Oh, now y'all are shooting at him. Oh, now's the time. So my question is, why the hell were they not shooting at him when he's sitting there idle, sitting there picking up his teammates, probably sitting there driving to us? It's when his back's to us and he's driving away. That's when we have the audacity to shoot at that poor son of a bitch. Makes no damn sense. If you're a player that's too scared to get in a gunfight head to head, don't be, because you have a better chance of getting shot in the ass than you do challenging the enemy up front to his face. Somehow we were able to win that. That was a bad build in that gun. The ADS speed was really slow. And there we go, putting ourselves out in the open, and then I guess grab his loot and reveal ourselves to his entire team. Again, this is quads. Always assume they have enemies nearby. Our teammate able to get the res up, but the enemy pushing us with dead silence, going ahead and knocking the guy that gets the res off, aka Kate, and then finishing us off as well. In a situation like that, where was our third teammate at? There's three of us. There's one of them. Oh, there he is on the rooftop, running away. No. Teamwork, guys. There was one guy there, at least, that was shooting. There might have been more, but there was one player. So why are your teammates going for the res? Hossifer should have went down there and held the angle, protecting a squad from what just happened. Vehicle behind us honking. We don't give a flying shit. Another vehicle at the buy station left-hand side, still giving no shits. And the teammates are marking a most wanted bounties. So here we are again with our second regain scenario, and we're going for the scavenger in hospital on the edge of the zone. Not a fan of this play. There's a lot of cubbies. There's a lot of places where enemies can camp at. And because it's on the edge of the zone, you can damn well guarantee players that are rotating from TV, stadium, and so on and so forth, they will probably be here as well. It all just depends on how the enemies play this, but I'm not a fan of it at all. All right, but luckily able to grab the most wanted bounty, and we're just going to dip. I really thought he was going to go for the scav, but thankfully grabbed the most wanted. Now we can just head on out. But again, dude, this is a hot area. Everyone who is downtown or TV, there's a chance they're here. And if they're not here, they're going to be on the FU mountain right in this area. So we got to be very careful. We got a lot. Exactly. We got a big ass flare on our head. That's a giant crown. Everyone on the map knows where we're at. And we're driving through a very hot zone. As long as we can keep our distance from where we think enemies are going to be at, we might survive. But no matter how you look at it, this is a hot area. Got apartments, superstore, factory. It just depends on how good the lobby is and if they're paying attention or not. Still not a fan of this at all, though. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you try Sneak. Use code Savage to check out. This shit is the truth. Pulls me out of all of my energy slumps and just gives me the drive that I need to get shit done. All right, now we're approaching the next compound that, again, is on the edge of the circle. So you got to be very wary of buildings like this. And with saying that, I would have driven all the way around. This is exactly what I was worried about when he was passing through hospital. This is what I was worried about when he was passing through all of these areas. And when you gamble long enough, you're eventually going to lose. And that's exactly what happened. He drove by a compound again on the edge of the zone. And here we have a squad camping buildings. Sick. And it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So here we have Cupcake rocking a beautiful 3 kills, ADSing, trying to find out where they want to go now. Now look, dude, if you're on a mission to hunt kills, you don't want to stay here. Honestly, you don't want to stay here regardless. Positioning wise, this makes no sense. You're not going to be gatekeeping many people. There might be somebody coming from storage, but if they do, they're going boneyard. So this is kind of a useless area as far as anything's concerned. Strategy wise, makes no sense because the circle will be diving down either to the south or the southeast. So that's where I would start making my way. Even if I was playing passive. If you're playing aggressive, pretty common sense, go boneyard. That's a given, I hope. So let's go ahead and get that done. Combining our money right now, hopefully to get some UAVs in the air. All right, Hippie throwing up a UAV, going back to Cupcake. I didn't even pay attention how many kills their squad mates have. So position wise, this spot is great. And like I said, the circle went down to the south. So right now we're in a good spot. We have all these teams here. They're going to be killing each other off. We got multiple choppers. Probably 2-3 players will survive this entire fight. And then of course, everyone promenade will have to come to you guys. So right now we're basically owning the fuck up this hill. Now, what you don't want to happen is separate into such a position to where 3 of your teammates are back here and you're going to the buy station, you get caught up and your teammates aren't there to help. Most of the time that teammates are yelling at each other and screaming at each other like, hey man, where are you? Help me, help me. It's usually because that player screaming and begging for help is the one that ran off by himself and got himself killed. Now, one thing I will be worrying about right now is the team rotating from this direction and holding down this side of the hill. That's usually the case when it comes to these endings. I do like our position. I do like how we're holding this, but we need to be careful of our right-hand side. We're kind of just forgetting the entire buy station. Again, the southeast of the ridges. There's no strategies to what that enemy was doing right there. Just don't ever fucking do that shit at all. If you have a sniper on your team, this would be a great time to get that heady. Hey, he's able to get the knock on the guy going for the res. I don't think there's a third player up there. They'll probably have to bleed out, I would imagine. And now another situation right here. Cupcake sitting here shooting a lot of bullets, making a lot of noise. Rest in peace to the chopper, and we have no cover or concealment. So if we get shot at, he's going to try to break away, but he might not make it to a ridge, a tree, and shit like that. So always try to keep your body near something. So if you do get shot, you can just sidestep and get behind cover and be safe. 6 enemy teams remain, 14 players in total. Player count's going down relatively fast. And again, I really like our position, but I don't like the fact that all 4 of us are staring at the same direction. Because remember, these guys do have to come to us, but do you need a whole team staring at them? Can't 3 of your guys get the rest of these kills? Or 2 of their guys? So with that, start looking downrange, because right now us making noise, there's a team that's aggressive or half-ass decent. They're going to come up behind us and they're going to get the high ground and shoot down at us. There we go. Fucking weird. Holy shit. Who would have thought about that one? Oh my God. Now you gotta give a little credit to Hippie. He went back there, I'm assuming, to clear the back end and make sure no one was sneaking him. But unfortunately, because he did it by himself, he ended up getting absolutely destroyed. And again, that's common sense. That's exactly what goes through all of our heads when we're in situations like this is don't allow enemies to sneak up behind us and pick us off one at a time. That's kind of what it looks like is actually going to happen. Snooty literally in the middle of a fight right now. We need to hurry up and make our way to them. No slide cancel, our movement speed hindered. We need to go ahead and switch to our close range weapon left-hand side. You hear the footsteps right there. There she is. And we're able to go ahead and get the cleanup. Bless. We got real lucky in that situation. Now it comes to a decision. Do you go back and buy 2 of your teammates, or do you try to play for the win? It's a 2v something, 2v4v2, 2v3v3. Regardless, we are outnumbered no matter how you look at it. At this point here, what I would do is keep my position, because these guys are already here. They're already going to have eyes on the buy station. You're going to have to cross a long, wide open area to buy and then come all the way back to safety. So you just need to sit here and wait for it. And again, to avoid situations like this, stop getting tunnel vision on the same target. Stop allowing your whole team to look at the same guy so you can fight for the same kills. It makes no damn sense. And now we are down to a 2v2v1 right here. They're fighting down at the 116. Now we know where the enemies are at. We can close the gap. There's some ridges up here that I like a lot, so we can get closer to the target, close the gap, and get more accurate shots. The closer you are to the enemy, the more accurate you are. It's weird how that works, right? So go ahead and get closer to them. Get them in a more gatekeep position. Don't allow this distance, because if they're a decent sniper or a decent shot and you're not, because of that distance, you're going to get outshot. All right, we're able to go ahead and get a kill. It's not a 2v1, so we might be okay in this situation. Fortunately, the other teams kill each other off. But again, this position that we're in right now should never have happened. It should be a 4v1 in this position. But that's what happens whenever your team gets distracted. One poor SOB rocking a rose skin, trying his best to slide cancel and play this to the best of his ability. His only bet is having a sniper. If you have an AR, oh wait, there's another player flying in the background. I didn't even see that. Now again, stop looking at the same target. While Purple's shooting him, you need to be watching homeboy down here, because if you're both distracted, he's going to sneak your ass. Doesn't matter though, the enemy didn't play it fast enough, and it looks like he's going to die. Ladies and gentlemen, GG. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. The point of it is to point out mistakes that teams are making as a squad, right? Getting tunnel vision on the same target. We saw it happen a lot. Not going to your teammates when they're going for a res and just running away and letting them die to a 2v1. Absolutely absurd. So many team mistakes were made in this game, even by the team that won, And I'm really hoping you guys can learn from this and avoid making the same shit. Quads is probably one of the easier modes to improve at because you have other players that can carry you or that you can rely on. So use that opportunity to let them rely on you and vice versa by utilizing teamwork. It's extremely important, yet we hardly ever see it happen. Why would 4 of you guys fight over 2 targets? It makes no sense. But again, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it, subscribe today, and follow me over on Twitch and Facebook Gaming. But until next time, you have a good one and good luck in Warzone.